Okay, go, Derrick.
Okay, so we're starting off with Mune Gatame. And this is really good if the guy's got his elbow that he's wedging in there. Okay, so he's not letting me get my knee in his armpit. So I'm gonna sit through to Kesa and then take it one step further. As soon as that foot comes through, I catch his head, right? So as soon as I get that head, I can pull up to my chest and step over. And then it just slides right through because I've lifted his head up enough to get my inverted triangle. Plus, since I had the underhook from Mune still, I've got a nice bent or straight arm lock over here. Okay? So I can either hold him down and mess with his arms, or I can hold this arm and get the triangle.
And the nice thing about this, guys, you know, Derrick can, you know, like work the bottom man TJ into this. He can like let him think he's getting out, like let him have that arm to wedge in there. So maybe lose, you know, have it purposely do it a little loose. So there you go. And he's thinking, oh boy, I can push up on that hip to start my escape from a side position. Sit through, you stick him back in that good pin, come over, look at that head. That's where you loop over and catch it. And it's not easy, but it's a natural progression to that loop, that kicking over that head.
It's not a real hard move either.
It's not, yeah, you're right, Sandy. It's not a hard move. It's kind of a natural progression from one thing to the next.
It doesn't take 14 million steps.
Right.
Yeah, the point is it doesn't take a whole lot of different steps. It's just a matter of continually controlling. And, you know, and again, our approach to it is we don't want to lose control. You don't give up control to get a submission. The submission comes from constantly, gaining more control.
By doing it, by not giving up your position, like you were saying, Coach, as I'm coming through here, if I can't get my feet together, I'm still pinning him here.
He's still got a great north-south Kesa-gatame situation. He's still stuck.
I can stay here all day long because I've got both of his arms and his head. All right, I'm going to sit here and wait. And eventually I'll get this arm, or I'll be able to shift my feet and get the triangle. There's a whole bunch. If this is an MMA situation, I can hit him there, or I can switch back through to a crucifix. I'm just working my position all around his shoulders.
You remember, top guy, you're winning, you're controlling. That's the point of, and again, we're starting from, like we were saying earlier, osai-kome means to apply an immobilization, put the opponent into a total controlling, pressing, immobilizing situation. You're winning if you're on top. Yep. Don't give it up. Just, if the rules are like in MMA or something, submission grappling, where you have to submit him instead of pin him, keep him there. Keep him parked there till he quits. Right. Like Sean Watson said, like we were saying earlier. Then you can apply a good submission. Yep. Let's look at that one more time, and then we'll have the guys practice on it. So we start there from a side control, Mune Gatame, chest hold. He sits through. Okay, now watch. He comes over hooks. See how he hooks that head up, ties it up. Nice tie up there. And in this case, we're catching both the arm and the head, which makes it a tighter triangle choke from there. So we're finishing with this nice triangle choke and maybe even an arm lock on the other side. Yep. And J.P. Pocock at Shingitai Camp last year was showing he did it without the arm control. Right. But I think the arm control, not to knock his move because it's a good move, but if you have arm control, it's a tighter choke, a lot tighter choke.
Plus, if as long as we're fighting from a Kesa standpoint here, this underhook is keeping me safe.
Yeah.
He's not going to be able to try and climb up and get my back, or even if he's super bendy and he starts using his feet to come over the top and pull me back, this underhook is going to be my lifeline right here.
Right there, that right hand under that, controlling that shoulder.
Right there. As opposed to right here, he can still wiggle his way around and get my leg on the back. I can finish it from here pretty simply, pull his head up.
Yeah.
Come through.
And that underhook is something that John Saylor likes. He likes to give up that head and catch that underhook with the right hand there, because he says he has so much more control.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's, even if I'm just doing this is a pretty good.
Yeah, you've caught him. You stuck him.
Right. Pin. Yeah. Plus, I can start working other things. Go right into the arm lock. And if this doesn't work, if I've got this controlled, I can post, and again step a little bit wider and come right back to it.
Yeah. So I'd say, if you're in that Kesa-gatame, head and arm, as the wrestlers call it, a scarf hold position, I'd go to the more modified attack, like you're doing and like Saylor advocates, come under there, okay? Right. Let's try that, guys. Let's give it a try, okay? So it's from a side position to Kesa-gatame to nice triangle to let him have it maybe with a bent arm lock or straight arm lock. There we go.